Hey there YouTube, Travis here. So in my YouTube videos I always talk about my winter beaters that I buy, and I've never actually shown you guys my daily driver, my very first car. This is my 1999 Toyota Camry with the V6 and the 5-speed manual transmission. So I've had this car for 3 years, and I'm actually making this video right now because I'm about to sell it, and it's one of the last opportunities I'll have to do so. And this car's got quite a story behind it. When I was 17, when I bought this, I wanted something with a manual transmission and something fast, and this satisfied both those requirements. Had to go down to Pittsburgh to get it, and purchased it from the original owner. It had 150 on it when I bought it. I always had a fondness for Camrys. My dad had a 95, the generation before this, and that one had close to 400,000 on it. I think it was $395,000 original when the rust got so bad it wouldn't pass inspection anymore. And I put a heck of a lot of work into this guy. I mean, you never forget the car you learn how to do an oil change on. When I bought this guy, as you'll see here in a moment, these doors are not original to the car, and obviously the wheels aren't either. These are MSW Type 20s, and the tires are Michelin. They are the Primacy MX V4 tires. When I got the car, dents and dings everywhere, and the rear wheels especially had a lot of damage on them, and I wanted to put new wheels on it, and Tire Rack was having a special, and they usually put these kind of wheels on BMWs, but I thought they looked pretty snazzy on this guy. And something I've learned, you know, now being 20 and not when I was 17, to check things out better, the original exhaust on this guy was falling apart, and I ended up paying to have a totally new OEM Toyota exhaust and catalytic converter put on, which was an expense I wasn't quite ready for, but that's what the car needed to pass emissions. And any of you fellow 90s Toyota owners out there will probably know what I'm talking about here when I talk about the suspension. The other really big expense for this car I sprung for was to have all new springs and struts put in, and you can still see there's the two right there, and then the two back ones were especially bad. This car, there was just, you'd push the trunk down and it would bounce up and down 3 times, and let's see if I can go ahead and put a little lean on it right now. That thing is solid, and this thing handles like a dream at this point. So mechanically the car is in tip-top shape. The owner took excellent care of it on the engine side. Just cosmetically this guy was suffering a lot. I'll see if I can dig up a picture of when I first bought the car. But anyway, oil's always clean. I've changed it before it hits 3,000 miles. This is the 1MZ FE engine, and they're not notorious for it, but they are known for being sludge monsters if you don't change your oil. I always thought that was kind of funny. They described it that way. It's like, oh, if you don't do the maintenance, the car's going to have problems, you know. I've kept this thing up pretty well. Changed the air filter when I've needed to. Spark plugs are new, coolant flushes and fuel filters and all that good stuff. Let's see. At this point, we're at 176,212. And this guy has never left me stranded. I've been extremely happy with the reliability of this car. And in a minute, I actually have the original window sticker with this car. This car originally came with every option checked. Had a sunroof, AC of course. The only thing that wasn't ticked was the automatic transmission, thank goodness, and the keyless entry, which I'm okay living without. And of course, let's not forget the Puch Maxi bumper sticker. Had to get this one from Britain, and I think it looks pretty cool. And here it is, the original window sticker. But man, this is cool. So the original owner paid $25,215 in 1999. Then 10 years later, they sold it to me for $3,000. You can see why here in a moment. I'm about to chronicle the adventurous part of this purchase. Oh, and real quick, in case anybody was curious, this was a US-made Camry. It was made in Kentucky, at least assembled there, I suppose, and from a Toyota dealer in Monroeville, PA. Even have the original pre-delivery inspection sheet. Wow. So at this point in the story, I'm going to start showing clips and images from almost 3 years ago. So when I first got the car, the doors were all dented up really bad. One had been repainted. The fender looked really bad. The cosmetically was not in great shape, and I ended up finding the same year a wrecked one in another state away, and me and my friend Nate, we went down there, and I'll let the videos and images tell the rest of the story for the most part, but we bought the parts car, I did anyway, and took it all back to my parents' garage, and we rebuilt the car there at 17 years old. Here we go.
Alright, so for taking apart an entire car, I brought my jacks and jack stand. There's another jack there. I have a crowbar and a cheater for in case we need more torque on a wrench. I have some wood blocks in case we need those for whatever. Then I've got a huge box full of tools.
Oh my god.
And importantly, JB80. Twice as good. I won't do it again.
Oh, it started for a second.
That was really cool for a second.
So yeah, there you have it, YouTube, the story of my first car. Hope you found that a little entertaining. It's kind of a shame. This was the last generation you could get the combo of the big V6 and the 5-speed, and as of the latest incarnation of Camry, they are automatic only because America takes driving to be a chore. Oh well. Alright, YouTube, till next time.